Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to Monday Sucks. I'm Jack Bigadoo. I'm your host. And as always, I have my co host with me. He is ready. He is here. His name is the man, the myth, the legend, Tim Man.
What's up,
Tim.
guys? How's it going?
How's it
What's up,
going? How's
bud?
it going, Timmy? Let's see if I can jump on a live real quick here
Let's
on
get let's
IG.
get the Instagram going here.
Mondays Mondays sucks, guys. I know every day, every time when we come, we will always start this, but we need to make sure everybody sees us.
We
So
want we want
that's
to
why
get all the love, man. We
right.
want all y'all.
So
We want
I
all
like to go
y'all.
live at the same time so I can make sure everybody's taken care of at the same time. Welcome to
Mm-hmm.
Monday Sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Jack Bigadoo. My man TVR should be around here. What's up, guys?
There he
I'm
is.
finally home. I'm finally home. Let me make sure I mute myself. Uh,
Request to join.
all right.
There we go.
I'm bringing you on.
There we go.
Request. Single barrel snob in the house.
Mm.
Hello, party people. It's Monday. It's been a long week, and I'm finally home. What's up, Timmy?
Yo. Keeps
How you
wanting to
doing,
turn
brother?
you up. There we go. I'm good. I'm good. There we go.
If you're here and you follow us every Monday, you know what I said. Make sure you share this in all your whiskey group. Get people in. Share this live with your friend. Let's discuss. Let's talk. You guys know every Monday I'm out here usually just literally just trying to actually catch up on my Monday. So apologies if I look like this, but I'm fine. I'm finally back home. It's Monday. Hope your Monday is going well. What are you guys drinking?
Woo! I'll tell you what I'm drinking.
Bless you, bless you. What are you
Some
guys
good
drinking
old
tonight?
smoke wagon.
Smoke wagon.
Some good old smoke wagon. I was gonna drink some restoration rye, but I had to filter a bunch of gnats out of it.
Whoa.
I'll show you why. So, before I got this bottle of Old Elk, the Elk stopper was on my restoration rye.
Somebody's drinking Buffalo Trace.
Um, gnats can apparently get into this. I didn't think anything could get into this, and they can. So I had to filter out gnats out of my Old Elk and out of my restoration rye. So, word to the wise, if anyone has this on their bottle, put some cellophane over it because you'll end up with a bunch of gnats in your whiskey. That sucks.
Yeah.
It made my Monday suck a little bit more. I've been traveling all Monday. Um,
Yeah.
Jack called me like an hour before the show. He goes, "You sure you're good?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
all right. I'm all right. I'm here."
this is a time where
Gnats, not ants, like little barflies. But
we
yeah,
all
make
on
sure
the
you
road.
cover that up. Make sure you cover it up with a little cellophane. Totally my fault. Over here breaking rules of the bar. That's what you're supposed to do. Put cellophane. There you go. All right.
So it's Monday. Hope you guys are enjoying something good. What are you guys drinking?
Yeah, what is everyone drinking? I'm drinking a little smoke wagon, then I'm gonna have some Russells. What else do I got
I'm
that's
going in
around
right
here?
now to share this in all my groups. Make sure we're sharing this
Bug
with
juice. All the carbs for me. There you go. What are you guys drinking tonight? I'm drinking a little smoke wagon. Gonna drink some Russells.
we got what do we have?
Jack's on something pretty special. Jack, what you drinking over there? You
Yeah, I'm drinking let me see.
little
I'm
something
trying to
special.
share this live. If you guys on Facebook or anywhere, make sure you help me share this live. It's harder to share it after I
keep
actually start
keep
this.
emptying keep emptying barrels. We need them. Okay. Okay. Russell's Reserve. Russell's Reserve 13. Hey man, that's great. Way to go. Way to go, Matt. Square 6. Cool, cool, cool. Evan Williams single barrel. Man, that is a super underrated barrel. Evan Williams single barrel. That thing is super underrated.
Yeah.
Just headed
Um,
home from work, but I think I will have something for sure. Hey, I hope you do.
yeah.
Fred's Blend Smoke Wagon.
Yeah.
Send me a message about that because I was under the impression that it was a blend of 2 barrels, and then I heard otherwise, and then I heard it was a blend. I'm curious about that. Or you can just type it in the comments. That's cool too.
Yeah. Just making sure we share this with the people, and then we'll start. We'll start.
I want a bottle of Fred's blend. Hey, I just want to try it. All right, this is about done. Move on to some Russells.
Let me see. I have the ABV here.
Alberta, Canada, so I can get all the stuff from down there. But I've been lucky lately. Yeah, right on, man. Right on. Is your volume all the way down on your phone, Jack? Because I turned mine down and then it turned it back up on me again too.
Yeah, I
So
think he does that all the
double
time.
check, because mine turned itself back up.
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. But I'm doing well right now. Seem to be good. Just
Check,
want to
check.
make sure.
Still got an echo.
Yeah, I don't have. Oh no, maybe because I'm here. But
Oh, dude, I would love a sample. That would be awesome.
all right, we're
Maker's
here.
cash strength.
Maker's Mark. So, first question, first thing first, is how is Bourbon Heritage Month working for y'all?
Man, my liver's hurting. I'll be honest. My
How's it
liver's
going?
hurting. It's not going great for me. I missed like 3 days. I thought I was gonna be really good at getting everything in order, and nah, I'm not doing great on it.
I started strong,
Yeah, right.
very strong.
I feel like I started really strong. Was doing really good the second weekend, and then that third week hit, and I'm like, oh boy,
You know,
oh boy.
how's it going for you? I started very strong. I was posting every day, and
Right.
boy,
We have a month. We have a month to celebrate a spirit we've been celebrating basically our whole life. So
funny thing
picked up.
is, funny thing is, Bourbon Heritage Month. If you're here, thanks for joining us. My
It's the
month
most
went,
wonderful time.
yeah, my month went left real fast. I just realized something. Confession,
Went left real fast.
confession time,
Confession
guys.
time. All right, let's hear it.
Confession time.
A trust tree in the nest. Let's hear it.
Um, yeah, I can't drink bourbon for 30 days.
No.
Confession time. I can't. Like, I don't think I can go a month without drinking single malt.
I hear you.
Like, I've tried. Like, I've tried every day. I'm like, every day I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be, and I can't do it. I can't do 30 days of drinking bourbon. I can't. I need a day.
There you go. You need a day of malt.
Yeah. I need a day where I can have some peat. I can
Mm.
have some. I can have a pour cask. I can smell the single malt in my nose. I can do third. Like, it's so hard to just drink bourbon. Like, I want a day where I want to drink rye.
Yeah.
And I should, you know what? Maybe because it was just something that I'm missing. But I literally woke up like Sunday and all I wanted was a Negroni. Like, I was craving some gin. And I'm like, okay, come on, guys. I can't go 30 days of drinking bourbon every day.
I
I
don't think you have to
need
just drink bourbon. I think you
no,
just have
but
to.
it's like I just don't even want to drink bourbon. I just don't want to.
Sure.
So I have a shitload of bourbon, obviously, but honestly, I need some single malt. I need to
Yeah.
smell some peat. So I'm so excited that tomorrow, me and
Oh, that's gonna
Cameron,
be the smoke. Y'all bring the smoke
yeah,
tomorrow.
Cameron from Ardbeg, we're gonna have all the peat and all the smoke.
What are y'all drinking tomorrow?
We'll be drinking the 10, the Oa, and
Oh,
Corey Vacan, and
the Corey Vekin.
I will challenge him. I think I'll even want the black. I want to go through all of them because I have all of them.
Right.
So
That
can't,
Corey
I
Vecken
can't wait.
committee release.
Am I the only one? Like, guys, let me know if I'm the only one here. But I can't do 30 days of the
I'm
like.
with you, dude. So what day was it? I think it was Friday. Friday or
Look at what
Saturday.
Sam
There
Houston
you
got.
go. Yeah, see, I was supposed to get one of those. I forgot to send him my address. That's totally my fault.
But Sam,
Um,
I tried to meet Sam Houston. I'm pretty sure he's trying his best to avoid being seen in public.
yep, I'm gonna agree with that statement.
What's up? What's up? What's up, guys?
Yo, Stacy, talk to me,
Stacy's
talk to
here,
me, talk to me,
and Matt is there.
baby.
ADHD bourbon
What
whiskey.
up, John?
You know what? I have more respect for Matt now. Matt is funny as a person. He he have character on camera. But
Mm-hmm.
for him to actually, not that I actually did the word whiskey taster, I'm like, okay, Matt get props from me. It wasn't the same model, but he get props from me because nose and all that was quite interesting. Yeah. I
So speaking, let's talk about the competition.
so as you all know, last Friday, no, no, last
It was the
Thursday,
23rd. Was third? Yeah,
last
it was
Thursday,
Thursday.
last Thursday, I competed at the Barstown World Whiskey Taster. Um, and I thank you guys.
Hey, Wendy.
I went against six. I went against six other competitor: Bourbon Tornado, a guy named
There was a guy named Tim, a guy named Levi.
Tim Levi, the girl that won Michelle, me, another girl, and obviously um,
Bourbon Tornado.
Boozer, a guy named
There
Boozer,
you go.
something
There you
Boozer.
go. That was the other one.
That was a particular name. I went against them, and first round obviously was about guessing the spirit. So the main ingredient is spirit, and this has to do with had to do with guessing if you are drinking a single malt, if you're drinking
What up, Tyler?
what's up, Tom? If you're drinking a single malt, if you're drinking a rye, a bourbon, or whatnot. So that was easy. I think all of us but one person got that. So okay. Then the next step was proof. That's what got me. I think because I drink so many cast strength, and truly I
Mm.
can tell you guys I didn't train on something particular. Proof got me. So I fell down there on the proof side. And I
I
think
have
at
so
that
many jokes. I have so many jokes I want to roast you with right now. So many.
and the next one was about guessing age.
Okay.
And I did okay there. So I was pretty behind because most people were ahead. But the girl that won, she's a food scientist,
Aha.
a food and a fragrance scientist. So she worked on fragrance
Aha.
for proof. So
Sure.
I mean, she obviously have a great nose and an amazing palate.
Right.
So I tested the proof. I wasn't so good there. And when we got to the age, I did okay there. But then I was quite behind at that time. Everybody was ahead of me right
Mm.
at that time. And the last one was about what they call a full review. So you had to guess if it was bourbon or rye, the main ingredient.
Oh my
Then
god.
you had to guess the proof.
Oh
Then
my
you had to
god.
guess the age. And bonus point to guess the exact proof and the distillery.
So you had style, proof, age, and brand?
Brand, you have age range exact age and brand.
What did they use for their aged?
What do you think it was?
Was it the same thing they used last year?
I don't know, but funny thing is, I guessed it immediately when I nosed it.
What was it?
Wild turkey. It was
Yeah,
Brussels. I
it was
told you
Russell's
wild
10.
turkey have a specific funk.
It does, man. It
So
does.
once I actually smelled it, I'm like, oh, I wrote immediately wild turkey. And wild turkey was what it was. I guessed it. It was Russell's 10, by the way,
Mm,
that they used, and I guessed the age, and I guessed the. So I had almost a perfect score there, which
sure.
brought me to actually be number two because I beat almost everyone there. It was
Yeah, because I
only
saw I saw a highlight and your name was on top, and I was like, he's got it. I was like, he's got it.
no. So I was second. I came, yeah. She had a perfect score 95.
Damn.
I had 70 coming in
Okay.
number two.
Damn, she had a
Um,
perfect fucking score.
yeah.
Jesus.
So it was. I mean, I'm not disappointed. I believe I did quite well in the thing, but you just have to go with what you go with. Yeah, it was the alphabetic order. It wasn't.
I have to say I'm kind of irritated the way they did it this year, and none of it was broadcast.
No, and I know why they did it that way.
You got to make that money. You got to make that
No,
money.
no, no, no. That's not it.
You don't
That's
think
not it.
so?
No, I believe they want to make sure that not a lot of people knew already what happened, so they can actually they kind of keep that keep it anonymous or keep it
Okay,
on the
because
low. People don't
that
prepare you
was a thing
before.
about last year's is they used the same thing across the board, and if you watched one week, you were gonna nail yours
You
for
gotta
sure.
prepare yourself for it. Yeah.
That's fair. I legitimately thought it was because um, it was a paid thing. They wanted to keep it that way.
and
But that
and
actually
but
makes
they're
sense
also
too.
supporting a very good cause. They're
Of
supporting
course.
people like you, people that work behind the bar,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
and they want to make sure that they all the donation goes to those. But for all of you guys, for all of you guys that came, I want to thank you all for the messages, for the comment, for the congratulations, for the I'm proud of you from you got this. I just want to tell you that I really felt love and supported, and I did for not for a minute. I felt alone when I was competing. I have 13,000 followers, but today I know when I was going through that competition, I knew who paid attention, who truly read the comments. And I had so many private messages that came through say, hey, in my book, you're still a winner. You got this. Second to a scientist is really fucking
Yeah,
good.
dude, that's fucking great for sure.
And
Second to a scientist, absolutely.
and uh, and everyone from the personal messages and everyone that came there. One of the most impressive thing that happened there is I two lessons I've learned from the competition. One, you can drink for fun or you can drink for a purpose.
Mm,
And the purpose could be to learn, right? Educate yourself. So I know a lot about spirits, so I didn't feel out of place. My only regret was I honestly believe we can have a word whiskey taster and we left out a whiskey. Tennessee whiskey or scotch wasn't part of the competition. And for me, fell a little flat at that time. That's
mm,
my only critique because whiskey doesn't stop at bourbon, right?
sure.
It
Sure.
does open itself up to more than just bourbon. And I felt like this very limited. So
Sure.
that's where. But the number one lesson I've learned is truly have a conversation with people that you see, uh, the people that you see online. If you're
Mm,
curious about somebody, you need to talk to the people that you see online.
Mm.
because the one thing I had is I had a really good conversation when I went there, and that was with a urban bourbonist, and which is Chris.
Chris.
And I'll be honest
So
and tell you
is
that
is it safe to say that your opinion's different about him now?
yes,
Fucking cool, dude. That's awesome.
yes, because there is something about having an Instagram personality and being in front of the camera, and there's something to be said about having a true conversation with someone and feeling their emotion and
Mm.
meeting the person for who they are, where they are, and knowing a little bit of their journey and their history. Because we love whiskey, but we all people behind the camera and behind the
Right.
person. And I think sometimes we do forget that. We do forget that we are truly also more than just uh, more than just people behind this, right? We have
Yeah,
feelings,
sure,
we
sure.
have a history, and we have things that we go through. So it is important for us to know that we love whiskey, but the person behind the camera is still a person. He has a journey, things he's been through, and things that we need to respect and love him for, right? Like perfect example will be Sean. Sean, NYC Spirit Guru, you guys see him as just a store owner or somebody who posts about his store stuff. But Sean is a fucking cool guy.
Yeah,
And he's funny as hell. And I talk to him personally. I know who he is. So when I look at him, I really don't look at his I don't look at his post. I look at the person and the intent behind the post in him.
sure.
So that's the number one lesson. The second lesson I've learned is that just keep being humble.
Mm.
The amount of people that pay attention to you that you don't know about
Yeah,
are a lot.
yeah.
So this weekend, including Thursday, people walked to me and went. Two people actually came and said, "Oh, I came here because of you." And I
Fuck
said,
yeah, dude.
"Who are you?" And they're like, "Oh no, dude, I've been following you since you came online, and I've been following you on Instagram. I live in Chicago. I'm close to Chicago, and I came because of you." And they're not, I had my friends there, my really close friends, and I'm like, they're not my close friend. They're not part of my family, but they travel because they believe in me, right? They believe and they love me for what I put out and what I represent. So to all of you guys that people just follow you to follow you because you post, you know, stuff. But some people truly want to know more than who you are,
Mm-hmm.
and you just don't know those people. So stay humble, because you may just don't know who follows you, who give you an opportunity, who refers you to whom, to be able to open doors for you, because truly this business is really about opportunity, right?
Yeah, dude.
It's
Absolutely.
the amount of things you get, the emails you get, the samples you get, the oh, come do this, come present this, come, or we'll bring you in as media, we'll do this for you. All those are 100% based on relations, and relations really do not happen if the people don't know what's their intent behind what you do. So I was very humbled by who I am, by what I do, and by the people that truly just said, I'm gonna drive and come support you. I'm gonna take the time out of the day to send you a message, to encourage you in what you're doing, and tell you how proud they are of you. But those people, you don't talk to them every day,
Right.
and you may not even know some people.
Yep.
You see how you go on your Instagram messages and you see uh people that send you message that they follow you but you don't follow them back. I had 50 when I woke up,
Wow.
of people just saying, "Hey man, I couldn't make it there," or "Hey man, you still did great. We're proud of you. Love your content. Keep doing what you're doing." So that's those are the two lessons I've truly have learned um, in this weekend. So for all of you guys that are here, that are watching, thanks for all the sweet messages, the support. Tim, thank you, because you still did your part of making sure that I actually you show up and do. send a message, make sure I got this and I'm here.
It was hard for me not being there, like physically for you. Like this festival we went to, like we literally had it planned a year and a half ago. And so it was really hard for me. I was like, I gotta go do the family thing. Like, but I really wanted to be there to support you in person. So like I'm glad you had a good time and that you learned what you did. But
Correct.
like I said, man, I'm bummed I wasn't there for you in person.
The so I wanted to take a moment and thank everybody today that supported me through my thing. I'm continuing on the journey. More YouTube videos coming, more contents coming, more events coming. So I'm here to stay and I'm here to actually keep educating, keep promoting.
Good.
I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna repeat it again. I'm a people lover first and a whiskey lover
Ski love
second.
a second.
That's exactly what it is. It was overwhelming actually. This weekend, they had the black bourbon run, and it was happening this week. When you were out of town, that's why I wanted them to. I wanted to bring them to everything.
Mm,
And when I went there was six brothers. No, there was 13 of us as a whole. Yeah, 13 people that came from all around the U.S. All black men that want to know more about whiskey.
dude, that's fucking awesome.
I went in there and every single person said the same thing. Hood sommelier, hood sommelier, hood sommelier. And I couldn't recognize a face.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh. It's like, dude, I know what you're up to and what you've been doing. And I'm like, who is you? And I couldn't. I just couldn't. So people that pay attention to you, that's why people are like, oh, we're here to talk about whiskey. Tell us about whiskey. I say, yes, I want to tell you about whiskey, but truly, we also here to build a community.
Yeah.
Monday Sucks started because two friends wanted to talk about something. And
Yep.
we are truly here to build a community. So we are truly here to talk about us as a community. We just enjoy good whiskey, right?
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
cheers.
absolutely.
Cheers to every single one of y'all. Cheers to all you do. Cheers for being here, supporting whatever it is that you're doing. I don't care. Thanks for always supporting me in my crazy journey. So, um, another thing I have
Every
to.
time I talk to you, or every time we do this, like halfway through, I get this like wild hair at my ass, and I'm like, I need some peat, and then I don't fucking have any.
You don't have
So
any. You don't have any because you have to admit you're not a Scotch guy. You can lie
I'm
to
not, but
everybody, but
I like Scotch, dude. Like
you
I
just need to come spend a weekend with me in Omaha.
okay.
But also for all of you guys, wink wink. This is my plug-in. If you're not a Hood Sommelier Patreon, you're missing out.
I don't
If
know,
you're
man. I've been
not
a Patreon since day one, and I haven't
Yes,
gotten
if
anything
you're not a
fucking cool
Patreon
yet.
of Hood Sommelier, if you go on Patreon, you need to check out Hood Sommelier. Spirit Delivery in Las
Lost
Vegas.
Spirits Delivery in Vegas. No,
No,
no, I don't even know what that is.
no.
It sounds
Uh,
like a scam.
um, if you're not a Patreon of Hood Sommelier, you want to be a Patreon for three reasons.
I'm listening.
Three reasons.
I'm listening.
Reason number one: if you're a Patreon of Hood Sommelier, the barrel picks coming. You get first access to all the barrel picks. Speaking of barrel pick, we already have a 291 barrel pick rye. And I'm telling you guys, go on the link in my bio on
That's
Instagram
so fucking
and
good.
sign up to actually be
So
on the
good.
list. There is only 43 bottles. That's it.
So good.
It's probably the most special bottle you ever hold in your hand.
Agreed.
If you haven't signed up yet, go sign up. My Patreon, no
Oh,
delivery or
distillery,
distillery.
not
Oh no,
delivery.
not yet.
Okay.
Mike is already signed up. Yeah, Mike, I have you down. If you're a patron, you'll be the first person to know about it. You be the first one to get an access. Yes, Whiskey Universe. Tell Ardbeg we need to collab. I have Cam here that I'm gonna have tomorrow, but Ardbeg need to actually talk to me. But tiny, yeah, it's a very tiny barrel. Six people agreed on the same thing, guys. For six people to agree on the same
Unanimous.
thing,
And the master distiller
the master
and the
distiller
head of
and
marketing.
everybody, it's probably the most special thing you ever seen. So even if you want to be a Patreon for $1.99 or $2.99, you get access. Till we become a bigger Patreon community, every Patreon get an access to all the barrel picks. So become a Patreon, sacrifice your $1.99 or $2.99 a month and become a Patreon. I promise you, you're not gonna regret it. So it's Patreon/Hoodsome. So those are the people that will get access to any barrel pick I'll be doing. And there's more coming. And believe it or not, next year there'll be even Scotch barrel picks. That's my plan for all of you guys. But second reason why you want to be a patron is you get to rock a bunch of my gears. You're gonna get that anyway in the third month of being a Patreon. But the third reason, most important reason why, is every quarter we are going to have Scotch School.
Ooh.
So all the top Patreon will be having Scotch School with yours truly. All the
Hey,
samples will be
holla!
sent out. All the samples will be sent out. We will be having Scotch School, and we'll have a whole Zoom with all of us tasting virtually Scotch, learning about it. Somebody said, "Can I come just give you $2 at your place?" No, become a Patreon. Go on
Just
on
become a
the site
Patreon. Yeah,
and
dude.
become a Patreon because being a Patreon tells me one thing: you truly believe in my vision. You truly know what exactly is it that we are doing, and you want to be part of the community that I'm building. So become a Patreon. Yeah, just go on patreon.com. It's free to sign up and just put in your 199 or 299, but just become a Patreon. And I promise you, you're not going to miss. Uh, Talking about Scotch is what I enjoy. Yeah, it says 3.99 on the site. Perfect. 3.99. Apparently the lowest one is 3.99. 3.99 is the lowest one. So you to be the lookout. So you have the look. My Patreon levels are the lookout because we're the hood sommelier. So we gotta have it. We got the lookout. We got the plug. We got the OG,
The OG.
and
And
and we have the ride or die.
the ride or die.
The ride
The
or die.
ride or die.
So you have you definitely have the lookout, the plug, the OG, the ride or die. So anywho, just want to make sure my whiskey cabinet, DM us if you want to discuss something. We'll be more than happy to discuss it with you. But anyway, that's my Patreon. Make sure you actually join. I promise you,
I
you're not
didn't
gonna
get my
regret it.
special. I didn't get my special shout out yet.
Yeah, no, actually, is your shout out is gonna come in the
I'm gonna
new.
give you. I'm gonna give you so much
No, no,
shit
no.
about
Your
all
shout
of
out is
this.
gonna come. I actually gave you a shout out already. You jerk. I actually talked about all my Patreon. Yeah, two Mondays ago. Aha! You didn't hear it. I
I
I
fucked
got
up.
you there.
I fucked up. I'm a fake. I'm a fake ass. I'm a fake ass ride or die. Fake ass ride or die.
So anywho, again, thank you all. Thank you all for supporting what we do here. You've been here every Monday. We are out here. Um, OJ just joined. If you
Oh
guys
yay!
don't know OJ, OJ's here. Say
OJ's
hello.
here just to
Say
heckle
hello
you.
to it. He always talks shit about me anyway. He never praised me for nothing. He always talks shit about me. So he's coming here to probably start talking shit. That's OJ. But for all you guys, yeah, OJ is the man. Take, select, repeat. That's OJ. So you see, he just gave me the deuces. Oh, OJ. But that's my brother right there. He always owes some shit, but I love him. Anywho, uh, what do you call it? The next thing I want to talk about, like I'm saying, Uh, the next thing I wanted to remind you of, like I say, if you haven't signed up yet, make sure you sign up to get that 291 bottle. Uh, Other thing I wanted to talk about is um, as you the other thing I've picked up is in this competition that we are doing is is the ability. Congrats on the silver medal performance. You see, I told you I was gonna start talking swag. Thank you, OJ. But the other thing I wanted to do is we truly need to um, we truly need to believe is in sharing, right? Sharing
Mm.
is caring. And the one thing I wanted to remind everybody is um, I wanted to thank everyone that actually participated in our fundraiser. I was contacted by the people we
Oh
raised
yeah.
money for. I gave them your address. There's something coming for you, Tim.
Oh wow. Okay.
But we are going to have a show for the fundraiser and the people we are supporting. Our fundraiser have been split into $500 grants that'll be given to people in the industry.
Oh, dude,
About
that's awesome.
about 110 person already applied for this.
Okay,
So
cool.
there'll be 10, there'll be seven, 17 or 18 scholarship grants of five
That's
hundred
awesome.
dollars that'll be
That's
given to
fucking
people.
awesome.
So for all of you guys, thank you, Ken. I do need Ken's keg. I do need to come to your store and visit. You know the funny thing is everybody knows me outside of Nebraska, but I feel like I don't do enough in Nebraska. So I do need to go see other stores and go say hello and see how because I consult. I usually only go to the store that I consult for because I consult on a few barrel picks with stores. So I always go there and I usually forget that there's other other people that I need to go visit. So Ken, thank you so much. Yes, I did represent for Nebraska and I'm proud of what we've done. But coming back to the fundraiser we did, Nemo will Amino will be given $500 scholarship to all the people. We are going to have him on,
Mm.
and hold that thought, Jack. See you ASAP. Okay. Are you sending a request? I wanna make sure that you guys know that the money we've raised, the 8,000, almost $9,000 we've raised, went to a good cause. People in the industry will get to have their day. $500 will be given to each single person that is applying, and these people are people of color, people that have been desperate and what need help in the industry and that being affected by Hurricane Ida. So thank you for helping, and I want to tell everybody that I still owe a bottle to that. I just came home yesterday, and both the person that won the Blantons and the Mictors is sitting right here, and I'll be packing those this weekend and sending it out. So for all of you guys that actually have contacted and told you that you need to send a bottle out to someone, please do me a favor and ship it out. Tim, you need to ship your bottle out.
I'm holding it for Matt.
Ship.
It's right here. It's going to Matt. It's all good. Everybody's happy. Everybody's fine. I got his bottle.
So for all of you guys that I have your bottle that you won the Blantons or the Mictors, I'm gonna send it out. Just a little bit of patience, so we can actually send things out to people that want their
Matt, do you want me
bottle.
to hold on to it or send it? Let me know. Because I thought I was holding on to it.
So make sure that you do what you can to be able to send those bottle out. Put something nice in it. Put a sample. Let's keep sharing the love. Put a little
For sure.
sample in. put something you want the person to try. Uh,
Matt's up to
just
something. Where's my bottle? OJ, no. Mm-mm.
no. OJ,
Out.
you know the funny thing?
Get out.
No. It took me to start actually doing a fundraiser and a raiser with a bottle before OJ did. I remember the first time we ever did a fundraiser, and I call OJ, right? I go, oh hey OJ, do you think you can donate a Taste Select repeat bottle for that? He's like, fuck no, I'm not doing it. I'm like, what? He's like, no, this is on my pick. I'm not doing it. I'm like, OJ, do it for charity. He's like, no, I'm not doing it. Tell me why last weekend I'm sitting on my Instagram and he have a bottle for charity. I'm like, get out of here. I'm like, I was the first one to ever ask you to do that. And
Some
he
bullshit,
won't
man.
do it.
Some
OJ's the Monday sucks troll
bullshit.
for real.
Yeah. We don't even need the bourbon troll. We just
He's
need
like, that's
OJ to
not how
show
he
up.
went down. That's exactly how he went down. I asked him for a bottle. I said, hey, can we give a bottle of Taste Select Repeat? We can put it up for charity. He's like, what charity? I'm not giving bottle for
I remember this.
charity. I even sent you a message. I'm like, yeah, I thought OJ could help us out, but he's not gonna do that.
He's not fucking
He's
down.
not. He's not gonna do that. And I'm sitting there going, oh, okay. And then I'm like, because I'm not a pretty girl. No, because all of a sudden now I see him this week giving out bottles. It's like, oh, we got 2 of these bottles going for charity. I'm like, oh, okay, OJ. I see how you do me. You be your own people.
Bro.
You be your own people.
That's
That
cool.
be out here treating you like crap. You be your own people.
That's cool.
But good thing I still love him. Good thing
Right?
he's still my brother.
Right? Oh
Anywho,
man.
I just want to thank you all again for all the donation. I want to thank you all again. He said Whiskey Wednesday is not a pretty girl. That's not what my IG story told me. So I'm on it. But I just want to thank you all again for all of you guys that participated in our fundraiser. It was fun. We raised a lot of money. If nothing else, it proven to me that as a community we can come and raise so much money. We had to take our shirt off to actually go over the top.
We
but
did.
It was for a good cause.
It raised an extra grand.
Yes,
I would do that again in a heartbeat. I would do that again in a heartbeat. Extra 1,000. Let's go.
I appreciate every single one of y'all. Fundraiser, no, you know what? But so I appreciate every single one of y'all for what you've done.
What up, Matt? So I got something I want to talk about.
Okay, go ahead.
And I'm gonna be kind of cryptic because it's probably gonna segue into something else pretty cool pretty soon. We'll see. If fingers crossed. If it doesn't, then I'll end up. You'll hear it in a couple of months or so, and you'll hear what's going on. So, when going to this music festival, there was something that I saw lacking.
Okay.
And I wanted to talk to you and get your take on it and see why there might be a huge hole there. There is not a brand that I can gather besides Jack Daniel's that represents the music industry or represents what the music industry is doing. There's no one to tie that gap. So what do you think that is? I mean,
so you have to understand, a lot of brands did not invest. I mean, most of the music industry truly have diversity, right? Most of the music industry, and you can tell the brand that support diversity through the music industry.
Sure.
Number one that ever actually supported, all the way from Black people all the way down to diversity was Hennessy.
Sure.
Right.
Absolutely.
Hennessy have supported art and diversity in a long time.
I would say cognac as a whole.
Cognac have a whole, especially of the black experience, the diverse culture is Hennessy. Second, I would say Remy. Remy try to match Hennessy at all time. So a lot of cognac brand have
Right.
actually done the work. Courvoisier done it
Courvoisier.
with
Yeah,
Oscar
absolutely.
Rams,
Yeah.
Oscar Ram, Courvoisier, Henny with Nas, with a bunch of people I can call right now. But again, that've always been, French culture, gathering people,
Sure.
passing differences, embracing diversity and art. Hennessy have scholarship for people in the art and in the diversity and supported small businesses and minorities. So they already have a history there. I would say the first thing that have always been my thing is that whiskey have always been white people business.
Hmm.
That's one.
Okay.
Uh, Whiskey have always been that thing that even me, one of the reasons why I never ran into Tennessee whiskey or went to bourbon is because you've always been almost white people business, right?
Hmm.
Unless you until you actually get
Old
into
white guys. Old white
all
guys.
white guys, right?
Sure.
That sound more like they may be prejudiced and they may
Yeah.
be so it never been something that diversity runs into, right? As a matter
Sure.
of fact, the one of the industry that actually is always pushed and
Pushing the envelope.
always coached to do more into diversity have always been bourbon, the bourbon, distilling business. Because it's never been a business about diversity.
Sure.
The difference may be why Jack Daniel OJ's on to you. Uh the one of the reason
Hey
why
man, I'm a fucking outcast just as much as Jack is. That's why this shit works.
the one of the other thing you have to think about is that the representation of whiskey or bourbon or rye or Tennessee whiskey took a while to actually come into the diverse part. I think Jack Daniel have positioned themselves to truly be an international brand a long time ago, truly because also of the story of Jack Daniel, right?
Sure.
The first master distiller of Jack Daniel is Nearest Green.
Right.
So when you really understand the story behind Jack Daniel, it makes sense that they've embraced the whole world, right? It's an international whiskey that have been around for a long time, which means they embrace all parts, right?
Sure.
They've been involved in
Sure.
art, they've been involved in music. A lot of country singers and all these people from Tennessee and Kentucky and Texas always had Jack Daniel.
Right.
So and he's always and he's right. It's always been affordable. So there is a history there.
You gotta translate that for me
My
there,
friend
brother.
is asking if he can ever speak English just like that. No, don't worry about it. So one of the things that you also have to keep in mind is that a lot of people, a lot of these brands right now are just now understanding the importance of diversity in bourbon, right?
Okay.
Most of it. So it's coming. It's new. So you have to understand that brand that actually have no origin from bourbon country understood diversity before bourbon. So vodka brands,
Sure.
gin brands, cognac brands, all like Matt is saying, have all embraced
Smirnoff. Yeah.
diversity before then. But uh, you know, when we gonna actually look at bourbon brands, they're just walking into that,
Hmm.
right? Like me, my goal is always to be able to bring African culture and bourbon in the same room,
Yeah.
make it work.
Yeah.
Right? That's always been my biggest desire. Have always been that
Hmm.
because as well colonized immigrants, we still don't see bourbon as the first thing we drink. We
No.
still will trust single malt and things from Europe before we trust the honky tonk white man bourbon. And I'm like an oddball around my friends when I'm start talking about bourbon. Other immigrants, they're like, "What is that? Why
Yeah.
is it that we can drink scotch, we can drink
Yeah.
these things that are more, we can drink cognac, right? That are more of brand that we see. So it is a work in progress. I know a lot of brands, a lot of bourbon brands are trying to come, you know, you know, are trying to come into that thing. But I think there's a long history of families that owns this brand that have not got into this century that we're in yet. So it's still a work in process for them. It's still truly.
Thank
Jack,
you.
thank you, thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
thank you, thank you for
Thank you.
following, for
Thank you.
being
Thank
my
you.
co-host. Uh, there's still a lot of history that still need to be built, still need to be worked on, still need to be embraced.
Hmm.
So bourbon can be more than just a white man drink, a hee-haw type of drink, but it could be a drink for all people and all genre of
It's
that. I've seen
I
that
like that
problem way
you
before
bring
you bringing it up.
yeah, I like that you bring up the diverse side of it though, because it's as much as it is as much as it needs diversity for the African American culture, I think it needs diversity just across the board. I cannot tell you the amount of people that tease me when I go back to California and visit. And they go, so have you fucked any of your siblings since you've been out there? You getting drunk on that whiskey? And I'm like, man, it's not like that. Like it's like the stigma that's created, it's fucking wild. Like
It's insane.
I don't think I get teased as much as I do now as I did like 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe even like 7 years ago when I would order bourbon and we would going out and I'm like, yeah, can I get a whiskey neat? And they're like, oh, grandpa, you want us to shine your shoes or take the trash out for you too? And it's like, guys, this is just what I like to drink. Like
Hmm.
but yeah, it's crazy how it's it's so easy to get wrapped up in it and not realize that just because you're enjoying it and taking part of it doesn't mean that it's like that all the way, all around.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get I guess blinded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like kind of
Hmm.
blinded by it. So yeah, it's good to talk about it and bring it up and be like, hey, I mean, I think that's kind of been our goal and what we've wanted to do with this from the very beginning is create awareness that it's not just a old rich white man's drink. Like, I mean, I look like we tease about it all the time. I look like I just got out of prison, and you're an immigrant from another country. Like,
Yeah.
we're here drinking whiskey, man. We're here drinking, whether it's bourbon, it's Scotch, it's Irish, it's Japanese. We're drinking whiskey, and we're not going anywhere either. Mic drop. What you got there, friend?
Oh, so Cypress Craft in California,
Ooh, yeah, dude.
they had a 10-year, 5 months
Ooh,
OESK that I just enjoy.
oh my God, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it literally has some flower, very earthy notes, and very very yummy kind of very yummy kind of bready notes.
I have
Uh,
a
uh,
11-year,
Steve,
two
the one
month.
thing also we have to also I'm gonna make a point about that.
What's
The
that?
one thing we have to understand also is that, and I was saying this also not to get very political and then get in, but I tell people all the time that there's a difference between pushing narrative and also forgetting um, really the objective. The objective here is for the brands to recognize the population that is consuming and how they're embracing them.
Mm,
It's not just about saying, oh, black people drink bourbon. Yes, black people drink bourbon and everybody drink bourbon, right?
hmm
But the one thing we have to understand is, does the brand understand how bourbon falls in our culture? Does the brand understand how they can make a difference in how we live every day and how they can
falls
lift
falls in
others?
relation to where it's at on your mind or how it's being consumed.
No, how are we looking at it as a
Okay, so
community?
where
Right?
so okay, got you. Okay,
So because everybody go, oh yeah, black people drink bourbon too. You need to. A brand's not gonna change their design because of bourbon. No,
sure.
black people drink bourbon. I'm not gonna change my design now to actually make it and Jemima better.
Hmm.
Or
Hmm.
I'm not gonna change. A CEO of a company is not gonna say, oh, I called my gardener the N word one time, and no, he's not gonna change any of that. But are we getting these brands now to put their money in more black black what do you call, like, black restaurants, food festival? Are we getting this brand to sponsor scholarship in more urban places? Are we
Mm,
getting this brand to use that profit that they're using to invest more into minority communities of those stores that are considered hood stores, to actually
sure.
bring facelift those store? Are we putting up whiskey and cocktail competitions that
Mm.
involve minority people? Putting
In
that
those and
money
in those
back,
neighborhoods too. Sure, sure.
yeah, putting that money back into the people that are really pushing for those brands. My favorite mixologist is blacker than me,
Yeah,
but I don't know if brands know who he is. But you
right.
know what? Every time I'm gonna deal with a brand that involves a mixologist that need to get paid, I'm bringing him on.
Sure.
That's how we make a difference in what we are doing. It's not by saying, "Oh, black people love bourbon too, so we're gonna keep our dollar." That's not gonna make a difference because they've been making money before black people start liking bourbon.
And so how that's I think that's a great thing to bring up. So you can stand on a soapbox all you want and say, "Hey, look, here we are, we're doing this." But how are you going to fucking push the envelope and bring it full circle? How what do you like you said, anytime there's a competition, you're bringing that dude on. Anytime like who can you use your poll and your presence and your voice for to start pulling things into the right light
Correct.
and using them. Not just because we can stay here and do this all fucking day.
All day.
All fucking day we can do this. What are you actually gonna do? What are
Action.
you actually gonna bring it full circle into?
Action.
That's
Always.
that's that's super fucking important, dude.
For me,
That's so
I
right though.
really do not care when people tell me anything about what immigrants like or what black people are like. Right? I don't give a fuck.
Sure.
For me, is what are we making these brands do with their earnings and money that will obviously make a difference in those communities, right? Are they
Yeah,
supporting
dude.
initiatives in the Afrobeat community? Are they supporting an initiative in the minority, especially minority stores? You know the funny thing? I will tell you one of the things that actually is even funnier if you actually think about it, right? Crazy thing. One thing that happens that no one talks about, do you, we talk all the time about distribution, right? Distribution.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, oh, you got to buy 20 cases of blah, blah, blah to get blah, 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 right?
Sure.
Okay. Do you know the biggest consumer of those Fireball and what do you call it?
There absolutely, because I see this shit happen
Fireball.
all the time.
Yes, no.
It's the
No,
ones that are in the fucking hood,
let's
dude.
say Fireball, Whitley vodka, all those fit of all the shit they want to sell to get high end
Yep.
stuff,
Yep.
right?
It's that little liquor
Who is the
store.
biggest consumer of those?
It's those little liquor stores that are in fucking neighborhoods that are
Right, right.
that's the
So
shit they're fucking peddling.
exactly. So let me tell you the experiment I've done. So I went to four store. I live in the hood. I'm at
Sure.
the edge of the hood.
Sure.
So I went to the four store in the hood, and I said, "Hey, not to bother you, I'm a whiskey guy, and I've always been doing a lot of study in the whiskey industry. I'm running a test, so bear with me. And the guy go, okay. I go, I live in a neighborhood. I have a question for you. How many cases of Fireball do you order? He goes, oh, I get probably about 5 cases a week. Oh, okay,
Fuck.
right. I said, well, how many vodka and fit and things you get? He give me all the number. I wrote it. I write it down. Right. Okay. So I said, when your rep come next time, I made a list. Right. I said, ask him you one. I put the Buffalo Trace Pappy, Weller, all these things. Okay. Are you ready?
Hmm.
All these things. And I did that to 4 stores. They're
Okay.
all in the hood. They're all
Okay.
minority owned store. They
Okay.
all are on the distribution of all the crap that people pick up. Are you ready?
Hmm.
One of the store owner is an African immigrant from Kenya.
Okay.
No, from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
And he comes to he's not far from my, I'm talking this guy every week is going to pick up things. Call it, here's my office. Here is his store 1 block down, and
Hmm.
3 blocks down is the whole university. So
Hmm.
all the young kids are buying all the shit, with all the crap that you can think of that the people want to sell. And I say, go to your rep next time and say, if any of this is available, you like one. What do you think the rep told him?
I bet you they said no. I
If he
bet you they
said no,
said
it'll be great.
we save those for other accounts.
You know what he told him? Oh,
Fuck.
he said, and I quote, "Oh, you can go in jail trying to buy this thing in your neighborhood. These things are not to be sold in your store. You have a corner store. Why would you ever want to order any of these things? You can get robbed."
The fuck does it matter what I want to do with it? The fuck the
So,
fuck
so he's telling the store owner, because the store owner doesn't know whiskey, that he rather take this allocated bottle and give to the prissy looking places on the other side of the neighborhood, and turn around and give the crap to the store owners that are living the hood, but yet that store owner has no right to ask for any allocation, even though they are the reason why any of these allocations being sold, so these same motherfuckers can get those allocation for the prissy, beautiful looking white ass store. That is what you call discrimination. That is what you call privilege. And that is what you call fucking people over. So when people are talking about, oh, black people are, but no, what you need to fix is that you look at minorities as
Sure.
people that can only consume the shit you produce on the low end, but you never give those minority bars unless that person, that store owner, stand up to you and say, fuck you, this is what I want, or I'm not buying shit from you. But because that person need those things to run that store, to keep running their client and keep doing this thing, you know now that that's the only implicit bias. Exactly. So when people are talking about, oh, what can we do differently? People in the hood can drink Pappy too. People in the hood can have B-Tac too. People in the hood can have allocated bottles too. So don't look at us that live on a certain area of town that are drinking all the shit that you want to put out, and distributors, fucking distributors, you to actually tell us, oh no, you can have any of the allocation, but I'm gonna stick you with all the bullshit that you don't
Bullshit
drink
that
in
the
your
stores don't
neighborhood,
want.
so I can
Yep.
make another account happy by giving them, because they actually run a speakeasy, because they
Sure.
actually run all this shit. If the rule has to apply, you know what we call fairness? If the rule has to apply, it has to apply to every fucking body.
Sure. So
And
how? So
that's
here's the thing.
ingenious.
So because here's being in this and seeing it happen firsthand. Maybe not to this extreme, but seeing this, I don't think it's the distillery. I think it's the
Mm.
distributor. So how do you, because the distributor, I
You
mean,
have to hold them
they'll have a
accountable.
fucking iron fist on this, man. Like
Correct. But that's what I'm
it's
saying.
modern day mob shit.
The power is given to the distribution because the distillery doesn't want to get involved.
Okay.
I will tell you right now, do you know the number one lobbyist? Do you know the number one lobbyist of Senate when they started putting law? They start putting laws that said this distributor, they're trying to change the three-tier system by saying, oh, distillery can sell their stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, distributors start shitting their pants.
Yeah, because they're taking away their fucking money.
But also they're taking away their fucking control.
Mm.
Because distributors are the definition of the people that, excuse the French, are bending you over and fucking you in the ass while they're staring right in your eyes. No shame at all. With sand, by the way. So they're actually here throwing bullshit at people. That's why they can't do that shit in control states. So
Yeah.
guess what? They push all this shit on non-control state.
Mm.
Do I have a problem with control state? Not really. But guess what? Somewhere these distributors will try their best to try to screw over the people in the minority community to sell them the shit so they can turn around and satisfy the people that are white enough for them, that are rich enough for them, that obviously apparently because they live on a certain part of town have a better palate than us. And that's where I believe there has to be a check and balance between distillery and distributors. Yeah, but somebody, what is it saying? The there plenty of hood store in my area have allocation and a shitload of flavored pint. Yeah, but allocation is not always given to hood stores. Also, Wing Chinese place next door. So we have to address, like I said, I'm a people lover first and a whiskey lover second. We have to address this problem that happens to people, that happen to stores. Because if I live on a certain part of town, I shouldn't be penalized because I have everybody in my neighborhood go and buy the fireballs, the weekly vodkas, the all this shit, and then I cannot go to that place and say, you know what, I want a Weller. Maybe the store owner will be like, hey, brother, you come here and help me and do all this shit with me so my store can look good. I got this allocation. Can you have it? You, because you know that the store owner does not know better, you now take his allocation to go give to someone else.
Mm.
And that's bullshit. Because what does, you know where it doesn't happen? Small
Mm.
towns, small white towns. It doesn't happen because the first time I ever gotten a Willer William LaRue is in a goddamn small town in the middle of nowhere in Nebraska. That's selling all the Whitley vodka, selling all these things, so they get all the allocation, no problem. So why is it that the side of town that look a little darker cannot get it?
Those are the conversations and questions you need to be having, and
So
not
somewhere
just having
I
them,
have to
not just
ask the
having them here.
distillery, do you check your distributor for their implicit bias?
Yeah.
Because if somebody needs to become after, I don't believe is the distiller because we produce the shit, we put it out. We don't
Right.
want to be involved after we put it out.
Right.
Well, well, Disney takes all these
Disney
allocations.
does take all that town's allocation. I can yeah, I can contest. It's Disney and it's Universal. It's all the theme parks that get the allocations for everything.
But here's a question I ask: if you guys are a certain entity
Hmm.
and you feel like you have to have something special, why don't you cut a deal directly with the producer? Because if you guys are so special, Disney have a shitload of money. You want to know the funny thing? I at the beginning of COVID, Disney shares dropped down from $107 a share to $49 a share. Bought about 10 share of it. I'm like, you know what? It's $500. I'm here. It's three times. It is double that share now.
Hmm.
So if we have to be honest, y'all got the money, but you're not going to deal with a distillery. You rather screw everybody else over. Let's be honest. So the system of capitalism where we try to screw everybody over is what started this whole shit. And Emily's here, she can say she's a distiller. Yeah.
Yep.
Now you have people hating brands thinking the brand did something. No.
Yep.
The real mafia is the distribution.
Yeah, dude.
People be like, oh, I don't fucking like Heaven Hill. I don't fucking like Buffalo Trace. So I don't fucking like Dinko. I don't fucking like Jack Daniel. But they didn't do anything to you.
Right.
Because distributor make those brands look bad by what they impose you to have. So
The thing that sucks about it, Jack, is that it at the end of the day it doesn't fucking matter because guys like you and I can complain about it and get upset about it and go to them about it. And they'll be like, you know what, that's fine. We'll just give it to somebody else who's not going to make a big deal about it. We'll just roll it over somewhere else where it's not going to be a problem. There's not they have too much control and too much power for you to physically do something about it. That's the part that fucking sucks.
so I'll sit here and I'll be honest with you and tell y'all all we can do is is always call out shit when shit happens.
Agreed.
You just have to call out shit when shit happen. When these distributors, these account holders, yes, these account holders are this managers of account are coming to your store as a store owner. Tell them to fuck off
Mm-hmm.
because somewhere it's better for you to sell what you want than dealing with shit you don't want to. And in every state, it has its horror stories in every state. I thought Nebraska was bad. Emily, we love and miss you
Love
too,
you,
girl.
Em. Miss you, Em.
I will tell you right now. I thought Nebraska was bad till I heard about Florida. I thought Florida was
Oh yeah,
bad
man.
till you hear about Kentucky. You think Kentucky is bad till you hear about another state, and you're like, what's the common denominator there? Is it really the
Distributor.
brand? Is it Buffalo
Distributor,
Trace?
man.
Is it Heaven Hill? Is it Dickel? Is it Jack? Is it any? No, it's not them. Because every fucking day, these people are waking up every morning and producing whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
So somewhere, where the fuck are they going wrong? What's happening wrong? It's between us, the consumer, and the distillery. So where is the are we having a failure to communicate? And guess what? Distribution. So I'm just gonna come out and say it simply this way. We're not gonna win. We already know that. But the one thing for sure we know is we're not going to stop.
Hmm.
We're gonna call out the bullshit when the bullshit has been done, and we're not gonna stop just to make you happy. And that's on Jesus, because we love people first, and we like your whiskey second,
Yeah,
and
boy.
that's truly on God. I don't want to spend my time trying to understand what you're doing, where, how. It doesn't matter. So I will call it out when I see it. So I'm here for all of it. I'm here to talk
Whiskey
about it.
dude. What up, Aaron?
I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna say it. I will tell you one thing. About 6 months ago, I almost gave up on bourbon.
Really?
Let me explain why.
All right, let's hear it.
Why did I why did I almost give up on bourbon? People, it is why. Let me explain. We all chasing the same thing, right? We all chasing
Hmm.
the same. Every raffle that happened in Omaha here, literally, you see the same faces. About 50 to 60 people with a shitload of testosterone looking for the same thing. Okay, Mike Bridges is one of the people that's a store owner, and even him and I, at a certain point, I was like, he ran into so many issues because of his barrel pick or something. Store owners, right? You run
Hmm.
through the same problem. Oh, I know Mike better, right? So Mike can give me the bottle he wants. So now you that shop at Mike's place or spend money at Mike's place have to argue with Mike about why he did not call you when he got this. And then people will come to Mike and probably lie to him or Hy-Vee or anywhere. They'll take their bottle and then they'll flip it. You thought you trust someone, and next thing you know, he'll flipping the bottles that you have. Then people actually will do the same thing. They will be like, oh no, man. I really wanted this bottle, man. Just give me this bottle, man. You give him my retail. You bought it, you try to help him out. Next thing you know, secondary market. You find him there trying to sell this shit. Mike is there. There's a reason why he lives. His store is about an hour away from me. He will tell you right now that unless he call me and tell me he have something extra or I'm looking for a specific scotch, I don't go to his store because I feel like he sells his beer, he's doing well and that. But me, one of the reasons I wanted to quit because every single person I knew was on the secondary market.
Here, Rosie.
Every person I would talk to was buying bourbon just for not for the reason to drink it. And I'm like, you know what? I started meeting with people that I care about, right? That I have a good conversation with. And do you know where we are having a good conversation around? Scotch,
Probably not bourbon. Yep.
not bourbon, Scotch. And do you know how many people called me? I'll tell you right now. One of the guys here is Tyler. Every time I make a Scotch video on YouTube, Irish whiskey, I get messages, text, email, say, hey, dude, I found that Scotch you were talking about. Found it. Hey, dude, you want me to find it for you? No one ever fought me on single malt or Irish whiskey.
Sure.
I just bought it, I have it, and that's it. And you know what the funny thing? I've enjoyed it with people. We had nice conversation, camaraderie, friendship around amazing single malt. Do you know the other thing they did not do? Creep up triple, quadruple, quintuple the price on any of the single malt. The sold it at cost, made their 5 or 10%, and that was it. Tyler
Mm.
brought me an Irish whiskey, the Castrin Red Breast that I was looking for. picked it up, went in, and did. Yeah, the signatory pick. Yeah, you have my bottle too. But I will tell you right now, I've never had so many good people and good spirit. Right? It's about spirit. People can claim to be good. They're all full of shit, including everybody that claim to be a store owner. They just want to make their money. Good for you. But good spirit, right? And Mike will tell you that the first time I ever came in his store, I gave him a set of single malt, and I said, "Hey, try these, and really enjoy." And I found everything here, and I've enjoyed moments with friends. You remember Colorado?
Oh yeah,
What did we
never gonna
have
forget
that
it.
night?
I drank scotch that entire night with you.
How was
We
it?
had it was fucking incredible. That that fucking journey you took me on was amazing. Like that's I would say there's probably only one or maybe two experiences that would top that, and they didn't all have to do with bourbon. There was other spirits involved.
And I tell people all the time, bourbon make us mean. It bring the worst out of people. It bring the greed, the eager, the stupidity, and the meanness out of everybody I know, including people you call friends, because they want to flip it for a profit. Because they claim to like you just so they can have their hand on that bottle. I remember the first time somebody screwed me over, I gave them a George C. Stack 2019 for an E.H. Taylor barrel proof.
Mm.
And do you know what they turned around and did?
They sold it.
Sold it. Is being weaponized, and it makes me a little emotional when I talk about it because it hurt my feelings. Because I had to stop talking to a few people because of bourbon. Do you know who I never had to stop talking to? Is the people that actually enjoy a good single malt. It's the people that will
I
call
have a
me and say,
story.
"Hey, I have this peated whiskey. I found this cask. I have this Bunnahabhain. I have this Ardbeg. I have this Alexander Marie. I have this." Even Costco make me proud because they
That
actually sell
22
you
year
single malt
that 22
for the
year single
price
malt.
it was intended for.
Mhm. Mhm.
You lose so many friends because of bourbon. And
But you
I
can
tell
gain just as many, and I think the thing here that you have to really work on is weeding that all out. It takes a lot of work and it's exhausting, and I can understand why you
it
say you
is
wanted to quit,
because
because to
you meet great
continually
people.
have to do that, to continually have to turn them like that sucks, dude.
Yeah,
That
you meet
sucks a
great
lot.
people around bourbon, and you lose great people around bourbon.
Yep. Agreed. Agreed.
And the craziest thing is, I stopped making friends around bourbon. It used to be I walk in the place, you know me. I walk in the place like everybody, come on here. We all friends. We all together. But now when I go to any of those raffles, I will tell you one thing, my most disappointing story. There's this guy in Nebraska 2 years ago that I met. And he will come to me. I met him in the Nebraska group, by the way. I
Mhm.
met him in a Nebraska group, and he will come in and, "Hey man, guess what? I really love what you put out there. I want to be your friend." I invited this man to my home, and you know me how much I order from outside the country. And my favorite, you what's my favorite whiskey from Buffalo Trace?
Oh, LaRue.
What when it comes to the horse? What's my favorite?
Oh, the straight from the barrel.
So I've been ordering Blanton straight from the barrel. And the first time I actually ordered it, I've ordered six of them. For some reason, there was a glitch on which CST and let me order six of them. And I'd cost everything I've ever found I will ever give to this man. Oh man, he will bring cash. Like, hey, dude, I got you. Hey, I love drinking this shit, right? And I got the opportunity. Listen to this story. This is the first time I'm ever telling y'all this story. A friend of mine in Ohio say, hey, I'm really good friend with this store owner. And this makes me a little emotional because this is how people will use you in this industry, right? In this thing. Friend of mine in Ohio say, hey, I have this friend in that is a store owner. He got a nice allocation of Weller 107. I said, oh, really? He said, yes. I say, everybody in Nebraska is looking for Weller 107. I said, what can you cut me as a deal on this Weller 107? He goes, hey, I would do it for $50 each, including shipping. I said, oh, okay. Shipping including everything came to $67 a bottle. But
It's not terrible.
how many do you think I ordered?
50.
I ordered about 35, 36 of them. So 12 times 3. So 36 of them.
Okay. So you got 3 cases.
3 cases. Was shipped to me. I paid for all of it. And I say, hey, I went into the Nebraska group. I said, hey, have a chance to get Weller 107. This is going to be the cost. And I'm willing, anybody that want it, that's going to be the cost you can have it. And this man sent me a message, go, hey, I'll take a case. I'll make sure that everybody, oh, you know what? I dude, I want to support you. I love drinking this shit. Let's have it. Okay. How many bottles do you think he got?
Oh man.
All gold top foil. Okay. And everybody else that reached out to me split the rest, all the people. Let's fast forward to 5 months later. This man is putting all these bottles into raffle, selling them for almost $200 a piece. The store I consulted, including Mike store, this man went to the store claiming to actually just want to drink all he wanted and got these bottles, put them on a secondary market. See, I never had a problem with anybody selling their bottle. It's your bottle, you do whatever the fuck you want with it. Okay. My problem have been the people you've screwed over to be able to get this bottle. Now, let me tell you where I really knew how horrible a human being can be. 6 months after that, when he sold all my bottles, a store, a Hy-Vee is a local store, Hy-Vee, say, hey, we got, it was the release of the batch 13 or 12, I believe, of the Stag Junior.
Ooh,
And
the
at
good
the
one.
same time, there was the release of the last year E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof.
Okay.
And they post it online. So I drive there to work and I go there. And who do I see there? Mr.
Dude.
Flipper.
Yep.
And I send a message to the store owner, me be who I am. He gave me the Stack Junior. And he comes to me, that Flipper comes to me, hey man, good seeing you, man. Hey, I miss you, man. You think you can talk to him to get me a Stack Junior? I'm like, oh no, he only got a few and whatnot. But I heard, me being again naive, I heard that the store down the street, this store here, have one. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I'll go check it out. So while he's going to that store, a friend of mine that went to the store say, hey, dude, I know how much you like E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. There's two of them here. I'm at this store. I go, oh, I just told dude to go to that store for the Stack Junior. So I called dude. I said, dude, when you get there, do you mind getting me an E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof? Are you ready? Don't hear from dude for 3 days after that. Text him nothing.
I remember you were talking to me at the tail end of this when we were hanging out. I remember this now. Okay.
A week passed by and dude calls me. Hey man, I went there and I got that EH Taylor, but oh my God, my brother really needed an EH Taylor. So I'm gonna give my brother that EH Taylor because my brother got me the Weller single barrel. He lives in Kansas. Really? But then he proceed because people vanity, right? People vanity work with it. He proceed to brag saying, but I found myself another E.H. Taylor in the town. We have Lincoln is our next town next to me. So if I find another one, then I would think of you.
So if I find a fourth bottle, I got you. That's trash, dude.
So since that day, I stopped talking to the man.
Mm.
But the one thing reminded me is that bourbon drive people insane. They forget about dignity and simplicity. If you ever send me a message, yeah, if you ever send me a message about wanting a bottle that I have and I say no, it's because I don't know you
Mm.
and I don't care to know you because you need a bottle. When people have been hurt, have been tricked their whole life because they came with a good heart in the industry, you have to give them that space when they look at you and say, "No, I'll send you a sample." Anybody that send me a message about, hey dude, I just want to get this bottle from you, and I say no, I'll send you a sample, that's my way to say I don't fucking know you. I don't know who the fuck you are, and I don't know if you're a flipper or not. So guess what I'm gonna
Sure.
do? Because I love people first and whiskey second, as a person that cares, I want you to try this whiskey, so I will go there. Do you know how many times I post something that I want and no one ever answered?
Mm.
They won't say anything. And I see a lot of people have those bottles, but I don't give a shit. But I don't take it personally because I'm like, they don't want to dude, maybe they don't know you enough to actually say. But there's people right now on this live that send me a message and when, hey man, I know I literally got a message this weekend that say, hey man, I just want your YouTube about the red bread cast strength. My store has it right now. Here's a picture. Do you still want it? Honesty is not for sale, right? Genuineness is not for sale. People will show you it without any, you don't need to show them anything. But the moral of this story is to tell you that people will screw you over to be able to make a profit.
Yep.
So for all of you guys that's ever sent me a message about a bottle and I don't answer, I apologize. Because truly, I don't give a shit. Because sending you a bottle or getting you a bottle is I don't care because I don't know if yes or no you really mean what you're saying or you're just gonna put it on the secondary market. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That same thing happened to me recently. So I did this raffle. This was right when everything started to open back up here in town. Like, towards the tail end of the shutdown, and everything started to open back up again. And I had a bunch of bottles sitting around, and so I raffled them off and donated the money to my friend's speakeasy because I was going to be able to come, like, people are going to be able to come drink there and enjoy this bottle, right? So I think I raised like $500. Dude got something that he wanted, fucking disappeared. Wrote me off, wrote everybody else off, and has this, like, I think 1960s or 1950s vintage old granddad sitting in his bar now that was supposed to be shared with other people that he kept for himself. Of money that I made that I donated to him, nothing. I've never even had to try to drop of it. It's just selfish motherfuckers. It doesn't have anything to do with just bourbon. It's just people. Somebody said this earlier in here. Who said it? God damn it. I know I saw it pop up. Well, I mean, I guess that's irrelevant. But still, like,
Rosie,
it's not
Rosie,
just bourbon.
did say it.
Yeah, it's not just bourbon, it's people. I don't know how they sleep. I honestly don't. And I see them out enjoying life and doing all these great things and blah blah, which, I mean, that's besides the point. But how? Like, they
You
shouldn't
know the
be.
funny thing I will tell you right now. I
What's that?
know every single person that I owe one to, right? And I'm not ashamed to actually say. People are like, people are like, oh, I owe you one. Oh, I can count every single person I owe one to. You know, one of the person I always say I owe you one,
Hmm.
Matt Bourbon Jeepers. I owe you one. Why? Because I don't think there's enough bottle. And you remember when we went to Colorado, when I actually said I brought that Stag Junior. I told him that's your bottle. If I bring it back home, I'm gonna ship it back to you because that's your bottle because I owe you one. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm sure Matt don't want people to know about this, but I'm gonna tell you something. Matt told me the first time he said, "Hey, I can't find a lot of allocation because obviously he wants one and he can't always find extra." But I'm like, Matt, I'm a Scotch lover. If you find a Scotch, make sure I'm aware. First time ever that Matt ever sent me anything, he sent me 4 store pick of Highland Park, Florida edition. Until
Wow.
today, I'm still trying to pay him for it, and he won't let me. And he said, "We'll figure it." You know, Matt. Oh, mate, we'll figure it out.
Oh,
I'm
we'll
like,
figure it
"Fuck,
out.
man." So that's why I
Like,
keep.
fuck, we will.
I brought that Stag Junior. I say, "This is your fucking bottle. You are getting something from me because I owe you one, right?" Jeff the Rabbit, I owe you one. I owe you one. You yourself, you send me a bottle that you say, "Dude, I think you should try it." I owe you one. Emily, Emily from 291. I don't think we ever do anything to repay Emily for all the shit
Dude, Emily fucking rolled out the
she's
red
done
carpet,
for
bro.
us. I owe you one. I have Tyler here. Tyler that brought me samples. Say, hey, I want to try. You want to try something? I have all these samples. Tyler, I owe you one. So I tell people all the time, I don't forget the people that actually I owe one to. Why? Because I remember everybody that showed me kindness. because you know what? It is so rare in the industry that for somebody to look at you and say, "Oh, you're looking for this bottle? You're looking for this allocated bottle? Guess what? Send me your address." And they go, "There you go." That fuck no, that does not happen. So I owe you one. Because I'm never going to sit somewhere and go, "Oh, I'm hood sommelier. I did this on my own." Blah blah blah. No, I know exactly who I owe one or two to. I tell everybody, I'm never ashamed to actually look at someone and say, "Dude, I'm here or I did this because of you. So I owe you one." Whenever I get a chance to return the favor, fuck yes, I'm jumping in and owe you one. Because it's not, we have to be honest and agree on one thing. It's not about today. Everything we're doing is not about today, it's about tomorrow. I'm hoping that it'll be my honor. It'll be my honor to be the person that get the chance to say, "I got you, man. You're looking for this bottle? I got you, man. You're looking for this thing? I got you, man. You have this problem? I got you, man." Because it'll be my honor to step up to the plate and say, "Oh, you mean I got a chance to actually return the favor? Oh, fuck yeah, I'm stepping up." Never forget, never forget, I owe you one. I know exactly every single person that I owe one to. Hell, what's his name? Morgan. Morgan is like, "Oh, we met and you introduced me so. Morgan, it was my chance to actually tell you, thank you, Ryan, for the badge. It was my chance to actually look at you and say, hey, I can return the favor too, because guess what? The first is not even because of you, because of your husband. Ian, your husband, literally sent me a message, none know who I am, and went, hey, I got this thing. You talk shit about our mayor Pingery or Pangery. You need to try this shit I have. Okay. Morgan there herself said, hey, I'm in this store. I know it's a little expensive, but guess what? This guy is selling this fucking mixers for this thing. Oh, thank you so much, guy, for the badges. You don't have to. Thank you so much. Uh, I have this guy selling a mixer stand. I know you say you want a mixer stand. Do you want me to get it? Because he's letting me have it. I said, sure. Morgan said, bet. I got you. And she literally took the picture and sent it to me. Okay. And I'm gonna sit here and tell you right now, I don't forget. People are like, oh, did I send something to an empty place? No, I never forget anybody, because I would tell you one thing, and we had this conversation before, Tim. Because I haven't had a lot of people that actually hug, loved, and support me as a kid. I don't think I don't take people kindness and how they love me and bring me in for granted. I
Hmm.
don't. I really do not. Do you know Tip? I'm the professor. You know what she did?
Hmm.
So my birthday
I
was
can't
like
see. I can't see any of the comments, by the way.
I
She
don't
had
know
to.
why, but so no one knows this. But I was talking about a cigar. Mind you, I'm new into this cigar thing. And Tip, I'm the professor, is like, bullshit. Bullshit. You need to try better cigars. And I'm like, what is she talking about? She go, you know what? Send me your motherfucking address. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay. And she goes, send me your address. I'm like, okay. And she goes, bet you anything by July 25th. I'm here. Remind you, on the weekend of my birthday, we had a huge storm. I had water in my basement and that. And I'm sitting here on my birthday, and guess what? Tip, I'm the professor. Send me a goddamn pack of cigars and goes, "Happy birthday." I'm like, I don't even know you. I don't know who you are. What are you doing here? Who sent you? And she's like, "Bro, I love you, man." And I teared up. I teared up. So the moral of the story today is don't forget who the fuck is there. Can we take a moment and actually say happy birthday to Ryan?
Yeah,
That one
buddy.
dude, Ryan.
That one dude, Ryan.
Everybody,
Let's
please
do it.
take a moment and wish. And Ryan, I'm mad at you right now because you started talking in your TikToks. You are the cool guy that did not talk
I
in
know,
your
right?
TikTok.
He
I was
fucked
so
up, man.
disappointed, Ryan.
He
I'm
fucked
like,
up.
why are you talking? You the
You
cool
can't ever
guy
go
that
back,
does not
man.
talk.
Can't ever go back.
You can't go back now. You can literally unwind it. But happy birthday, Ryan. Happy birthday to you, brother. Hope you're having an amazing day. Hope you're having an amazing time. I can't wait for the day I meet you because when I get to Florida, I'm gonna meet you, and I cannot wait to make sure that we actually have a moment. If I'm traveling, I'm bringing all the Isla to Florida, so you and I, Ryan, can actually go through all the Isla, and you can teach me about cigars. That's truly what it's about. Um, we have a comment here that is interesting. They say, "Nice to hear you say that my local whiskey group has facepalmed me more than once. Pissed me off. I had to go out of my way several times to accommodate some members.
Honeymoon is
Honeymoon
over.
is over.
That's a bummer. That's a bummer.
That is a bummer. I will, Rob. I'm sorry to hear that you had to go through that, but it really is what it is. One of the things to remember to never let yourself get too jaded by bad people. That is true. We need to remember that who we are, how well we're doing, and what we are doing uh, cannot be modified by other people. We need to still keep our spirit high and not let people actually get the best out of us.
Ryan, I can't see the comments for whatever reason here. But I'm gonna pour you. This is a
Oh my
2021.
God!
I'll pour a little, just have a little tiny bit just for you, bud.
And by the way, people, if you guys find that bottle, make sure there's two bottles that
Make
I'm
sure you
looking.
open it.
There,
Okay.
no, there's two bottles that I'm looking for this year. That 2021 bottle and the 2021 of the Yellowstone. I have the
Okay.
2020. I have the
I
2020.
I'll see if I can find you that. I can't. I'm probably not gonna be able to find you the Four Roses, but I'll see if I can find you that Yellowstone.
The
That might be a
2021
little bit
Yellowstone.
easier.
Those are the two. Tim was nice enough when I was in Kentucky to open that bottle and share with all of us. That shit, that shit's so good. That Four Rose is so good. I shit
A
my
lot of
pants
people
when
didn't
I
know
had
what they were drinking. They're like, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm like, "It's fucking great, is what it is."
it. It was so good. It was
Well,
truly so good.
we're about at that mark. You wanna start wrapping this
Absolutely,
show up.
absolutely. So, guys, somebody said they got me on the Yellowstone. Thank you so much. Again, that's all I love. I love to hear. Thank you all so much. Oh, somebody said they have an extra Yellowstone. Where y'all finding this 2021,
I
man?
haven't even seen it in town yet, so that's
Y'all send
impressive.
me a message. This is my email. Y'all shoot me an email. I'm gonna put my email here. Hoodsommelier at gmail.com. We'll figure it out. So I can actually get my hands on this. Y'all got my email now. It's both on IG and YouTube. make sure you send me an email so I can actually try this. This is that Yellowstone.
What's the finish on the Yellowstone this year?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea. I just love them because each year I get to have one and open and try it. But thank you all so much for being here. We about an hour and 50 minutes in. I appreciate y'all every time. If I love pig, does that mean that I want to buy something for etiquette, education? No, no, that doesn't mean that. People, all these scammers are waiting for you to like a pic, to like a picture, so they can come on and tell you what you actually you what you don't buy anything.
Don't buy
Fuck
anything off
yeah,
Instagram.
no, fuck those people.
Don't buy anything off Instagram. Don't buy unless you can see their face like this, face to face, like this, live. Don't fucking buy shit from
Don't worry
anybody
about it.
on the internet.
Don't worry
Don't
about it.
fucking do it. They fake as fuck.
So, uh, every every Monday, you guys are here. You guys are loving us for who we are. We don't even deserve it, but you guys are here for us. I just want to make sure that thank you all for always supporting us. Thank you all for always being here for us. We're here every Monday. Three reminder. One, make sure you follow Tim Van Riper, Single Barrel Snub on Instagram. Hood Sommelier here on IG Instagram. Two, make sure you become a patron. You want to get access to the barrels of Hood Sommelier. Make sure you go on Patreon and become a Hood Sommelier patron. Trust me, you want to be a patron because there's some shit you're gonna get. I'm very picky, so that means you get to have exclusive shit. Three, make sure you always reach out if you need anything. No, you're not the butt plug, Morgan. Shut up. So you want to make sure that you come on and support us every Monday. Turn your notification on. You can see what we are posting. And if I'm gonna remind you guys, if you're ever in Louisville, make sure you actually message him and make sure go under my bio, click on the link for the 291 barrel pick and sign up. You can actually sign up there, or you can go on Patreon slash hood some and make sure you sign up so you can actually be a patron of Hood Sommelier, so you can actually get access to all the things we do. I will tell you right now, in about a week or two, I will reach out to Emily. It's 43 bottles, man. We're making history right now. It's the
For
first
sure,
Monday
43.
sucks. The first Monday sucks barrel pick is a rye. Is six people sat down and all agreed on the same thing.
They said, "Whoa."
We all said the same thing. Guys, I don't care where you live, share this with your friend. 43 bottle in the world. That's it. And we'll be the only one that can have it. And I'm telling you right
We're
now,
the fifth. I think we're the fifth or sixth
the
people
no,
to
the
ever pick.
fifth people
There
that
we go.
ever
So the
picked.
fifth people to ever pick a single barrel with 291.
Become a
Fifth.
Patreon. $3.99. Become a patron. I promise you, it's the best $3.99 a month that you ever spent. I promise you that. Thank you always for watching. We'll be here every Monday. We'll be here to entertain and actually help y'all out. We are always here for y'all. I put my email down. You know, you can DM me any day. If there is anything you need, please reach out. If you're in Louisville, it's called Evergreen Liquor Store. Go there and say you're looking
In
for the
Nulu.
you
In
you're
Nulu.
you're looking for the motherfucking goat. That's it. That's all you're looking for, and they'll be here for you. What do you got to say to the people, Tim?
Um. So I know like a lot of you follow me on here, and you kind of know how I always rip into people about opening bottles and drinking them. But opening that bottle when Jack was in town, that Four Roses, opening it with him and the other people that got to share it was really something special. So don't just open your bottles. It's okay if you're having one sit around, but open for a special moment and a special occasion with special people, because it's gonna make that bottle sitting on your shelf even cooler as the days go by. Because, like, when I just opened that right now, I got to think about all the people that I poured it with and drank it with. And every time I walk past that bottle, I'm going to think about all the people that I opened it with and drank it with. And when it's gone and I still see the bottle hanging around, guess what? I'm going to think about all those people. So pick something special, okay? Open your bottles and drink them. But if it's a special bottle, open it with special people and have a special memory that goes along with that bottle. Because when those people aren't around to drink it with you all the time, you're still going to have those memories. And those memories are what's important. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing why I rip into you all about opening your bottles. Because it's all about creating this and creating fellowship behind it. Because if you're not doing that, what are you doing? Why are you here?
Cheers to the one that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not, cause the dreams bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Cheers to the one of the day. Cheers to the one that I wish on the way, cause the dreams bring back all the memories. Cause memories bring back you. Guys, thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate and love you all. We're here every Monday.